Hey everybody, it's Trav, Nobody Else's Auto. 7 o'clock Sunday evening, and it looks like we're live. I hope we're live. I hope it's going to work. We'll find out. But it looks like a lot of you guys are here and ready to go tonight, which is always awesome. Big crowd on right out of the gate. Tony's here. Neil's on. Matt's here with us. Bill Wagaman's here. Who else is with us? Leo's back. Randall with a Nut Farm. Kenny Peterson's on. Ryan and Amy are here. Let's see. Cal's back. Looks like I think I caught everybody, and it looks like we are connecting on Facebook as well. As always, we are live on two formats, both Facebook and YouTube. Lee's here. So as you see me glancing back and forth at different sets of comments, that's what I am doing. So Pete's here. Ken from Michigan. Bill Disk is back. Brian with Dispatch. Obviously, been a little while since we've been on. Kind of crazy. It's, obviously we tried last week. It didn't work. 2 weeks ago, I was at a concert, so you wouldn't have been able to hear me anyway, even if I did try to get on. Scott's here on Facebook. Randy Reininger's here. Alan's here. Steel Ponies, Jeff Taylor. Dad's on with us. But last week, obviously, did not work out too well. I don't know if you guys all saw the post or not, but when I hit go live last week, that's what I got. That's what my whole screen looked like. So I couldn't see anything. Weston's here. No, I did not make it to the Heartland Toy Show. Andy from Canada's on. So I fought it for about 45 minutes last Sunday night. I kept trying to get it to go. I tried the other computer and finally had to throw in the towel. Johnny Z made it back tonight. Eventually what I ended up doing is I worked on it some this week, and basically what I ended up doing is YouTubing it and looked for, if your screen goes green, what do you do? And after sorting through God only knows how many videos of how to use a green screen in your YouTube videos, I finally found the one that said, if your screen is green, this is what you do. And it was actually a Google Chrome setting. But it looks like we're working. I can see me. I can see you. So hopefully everything's good. Travis is here. Yeah, tell you, and I heard that from several people, Tony. They could see me, but 73 Buick Man's back on. Glad you're here. Big Job's with us. So hopefully everything's working. The timer is still wonky tonight, and it was doing that last week. The timer is jumping in 5-second increments. So I don't know. Hopefully we don't have any serious timing issues when we get to the auctions and things like that. Hopefully everything keeps trucking. Rusty's here. Jeff from Ottawa. Hey, I don't blame you, Andy. I would too. So I'm not going to argue that point at all. Michael Gagola's on with us on Facebook. So looks like everything is functioning. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that everything is functioning. And before we get too deep into things, as always, let's catch a little bit of housekeeping. Charles is here with us. Autocorrect, please double check your comment before you hit send. If autocorrect changes it into some gibberish that I can't understand, I will try to, I just have to skip it and keep going. I do try to catch most comments. I do miss a few. I do understand that, and I apologize that. And please don't think it was intentional. There's just things get happening fast. But if I can't understand them, there's no way I can respond to them. If you're on the Nobody Show Facebook page, as always, I cannot see those comments. So if you're on the Nobody Show Facebook page and you want to comment, participate in the auctions, you'll need to be on the Nobody Else's Auto page on Facebook, as this is a shared video from that page, or the Nobody Show YouTube channel. So those are the only two sets of comments that I can see live as we're going here. So trolls, occasionally we do get a troll on here. You guys are doing an amazing job of making sure they know they're not welcome. I ignore them. They're just trying to screw up our good time. So I appreciate your guys' support in reporting them and running them off. Throw a share out there. Let your friends know we are live. Super chats are always awesome. And we'll go ahead and get rolling. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, obviously. It's been, 3 Sundays ago since we were on last. So lots of things have obviously happened since then. Obviously, the biggest news that we talked about a little bit last time, Derek from Vice Grip Garage had stopped by just a few days before our last get-together. And he posted that video that he shot at the yard last Friday. So, which has been great. It's generating a lot of traffic for me. Can't say thanks enough to Derek for doing that and helping me out. Great dude. It was fun to get to hang out with him for a while. Hopefully we can do some more stuff together in the future. But and he even jumped on with us Sunday night last time. But huge shout out to Derek and Vice Grip Garage. I do appreciate the coverage, and had a lot of fun hanging out with him. So if you didn't catch that video of the 50 Chevy Coupe, be sure to jump over to Vice Grip Garage and check it out. And like I said, don't have enough good things to say about Derek and what he does there either. So, yeah, Pete, I do have some classifieds in Old Cars Weekly as well. Some of you guys did see the video, so good. Glad you guys are checking that out. And hopefully, maybe we've got some new people on because of that. And welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you are new to us, coming over from Vice Grip Garage. So we do this every Sunday night. We have a lot of fun. We've got a full episode built tonight. We'll get through some open chat about what's going on in the industry. Talk about some new inventory. I got a promo model ready for you guys. Some awesome badges and emblems tonight. We're going to talk about a car on story time, a car that I've come across in the past, and the raffle. Obviously, big raffle coming up in 2 weeks. We're going to give away these license plates. We'll talk about who's in and who's out. And then, of course, the auction boxes are packed full, and even piled a few extras in there in case you guys want to do a few extras after we're done. And then, of course, we'll get to a killer magazine after that. So anyway, yeah, no kidding. That's true. If his transmission coming out here, maybe we could have put one in. GTO Judge, how glad you're here. Glad that's how you found me, and hope you enjoy what we're doing here, and hope you keep coming back. So, and I got a lot of Pontiacs too. So, Bill says hit the like button. Appreciate that. 73 Buick man says he was at Iola this year. Okay. Let's see. Alex said he's digging the plates on the wall. Yep, here in a couple weeks, I'm shipping those to somebody. So make sure you're in here. Make sure you're in here before the drawing on December 3rd. So 52 Cranbrook. I do have 3 or 4 51, 52 Plymouth, Sean. If you want to give me a shout tomorrow with a list of what you need, I'll get you on my notebook and see what I've got. So yeah, just give me a shout tomorrow, and we'll see what I'll see what I can do for you. Let's see. No, there were vehicle ads, Brian, is what they were. Bill Wags waiting for some badges. They are here and they are ready to go, guys. I do have them out fired up right in front of me. We'll just give you a double whammy right out of the gate. So Andy's here with us. Mike from Texas is on. So we're going to hit you with double badges right out of the gate. They are here. They are ready to go tonight. And Andy's in the garage working on his 56 F100. Well, hey, glad you're hanging out with us. Numero uno, number 1 is back. Alex is on with us. And anyway, let's go ahead and get rolling. Like I said, we got a ton of stuff to talk about. It's been a crazy busy couple of weeks for me, and that's also going to be great for you guys. So let's do a quick recap over the last couple of weeks of what I've been up to. Obviously, we were on 3 Sundays ago, right after the Hutch swap meet. So brought a good load home from the Hutch swap meet that we're going to be going through. A lot of cool stuff for Toy Tuesdays, and definitely some cool stuff that's going to be added to the auction. In fact, I think there may be a couple things in there tonight from that. Haven't gotten through a lot of it yet, but gotten a good break. Number 1 says halftime. It's halftime. Get to take a break from drinking. Well, how about that? Don't take too long of a break from drinking. We'll give you a Hudson badge. We'll keep that ball rolling. So Hutch swap meet, got back from that, got with you guys. X-Ray Dean is here. Back with the Johnny Carson comments. I appreciate that, Dean. I actually kind of forgot about that over the last couple of weeks, but I still can't believe you guys, think that we do that good a job here, but I do try. But after the Hutch swap meet, got with you guys. Then the next Saturday, had an auction that Saturday on the 4th, and so Dad and I ran to that auction. We just took his Colorado and filled his Colorado. Oil cans, some primitive stuff that's kind of cool that I think you guys are going to dig. Man, I got a ton of cans, some license plates, a few toys. So had a good auction there. Left bids on a few things as well. Had to go back the following week. I had to get on the road that Saturday. We had to get to St. Louis by Sunday. I went to the concert Sunday night, got back, went back to the Denny's here with us. Then I had to go back to where the auction was, pick up a gas pump and old Willie's Jeep that I got at the auction. And then left again Thursday, hit the road again a week ago Thursday, hit an old salvage yard, got a load, hit a great auction out in eastern Kansas on last Saturday, a week ago yesterday, and then just got back last Sunday, started thrashing to get ready for, basically just threw the bags out at home, backed the truck in, got over here and started thrashing, getting ready for last week. And then obviously everything went haywire. So, but, so I did look at those Delmont parts this week too, yesterday, 73 Buick, man. So I'll give you a shout on those tomorrow on those Delmont parts. But I did look at that car yesterday. So Sean just scored a 50s Art Deco Craftsman toolbox. That would be pretty sweet. That's some other stuff that's getting really cool. The toolboxes, test equipment, things like that. So, so obviously it's been bananas for me. And then of course, like I said, when I got back Sunday, I just backed the truck in the shop. So I spent almost all day Monday, unloading the truck, and I had her packed in there pretty tight from hitting a good salvage yard and a killer auction. I was tight. So I got a video, and I actually shot a video for you guys before I unloaded the truck. So, Andy been trying to call me. I haven't had any messages on F56 F100 mirrors. So if you tried to call me and didn't leave a message, then I would have no idea what it was about. So if I miss you, just leave me a message and I'll call you right back. But, cause I got one phone right here and one phone right here. So but I haven't had any messages in the last few days on 56 F100 mirrors. So, but, anyway, what did I get? In a nutshell, a little bit of everything. Like I said, we talked about it a little bit Tuesday night, and I did do kind of a rough count. Over 400 cans between the Hutch swap meet and the two auctions. Over 400 cans. There's a few tobacco, a few kitchen type stuff, but it's 99% oil cans. So Henry's here, joining us on Facebook. See us on ViceScript. Glad you're here, Henry. But so yeah, there's a ton of stuff. And not only did I get oil cans, I got what else was there? Hood ornaments, license plates, toys, Newell stock parts. Just basically, if we do it on here, we like it, we love it. I got a little bit of some of it somewhere in all of this stuff. So I'm not getting ready. I bought way too much stuff. So Pizza helped sort through some cans. We actually started on them today. Addie and I worked on them some today. But there's going to be some cool stuff coming up. Now, the nice thing about it is there are duplicates. I'm not going to say there's not duplicates, but it's not like 6 cases of the same can. There's some cans, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 of the same one, but it's not like 6 cases of the same can. There's that much variation in it. So some cool stuff. No bubblegum signs. I got a few signs, but not much for signage. So, but we got a lot of cool stuff that's going to start getting worked into the auctions, and the big Christmas auction, December 3rd. I've started working on that pile as well. And there's some great stuff going in there. And like I said, you guys wanted some better stuff, even if I put reserves on it. So there's a few toys in there that I've been on the fence about. So I went ahead and threw those in with it that don't have a reserve. But there is a little bit of signage. There's toys. There are some killer badges, license plates. We do a lot of license plates on here, but I've got stuff in there that, Newell stock, Newell, sample plates. There's even one in there that's a Newell stock wrong color, was painted the wrong color for that year. Some plates in the 20 stuff, almost 100, around 100 years old. So the plates in that auction are just going to be amazing too. So a lot of great stuff. So I hope you guys are all saving up for the December 3rd Christmas auction. It'll be a biggie. You guys wanted to do most of the auction that night, so that's what the plan is. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everyone still wants to do a pedal car raffle. I've been trying to think about what to do for the next raffle, so I'll kind of kick that around a little bit. So anyway, something else that did pop up last week. Obviously, we talked a lot about Vice Grip Garage, but something else that just got up last week. Classic Ride Society. Benny gets on here with us from time to time. He threw up his Springfield swap meet video. As you guys know, I do Springfield as well, so you might want to check out Classic Ride Society. Catch the Springfield swap meet from when I was there. Alan Moore's here with us. So obviously, I've been playing a lot of catch up this week. It's been kind of nuts. So Alan did come up from Oklahoma. Got to meet Alan and his wife this week. They came up, picked up some Fairlane parts. They actually brought a few pieces up with them to donate to the Christmas auction. So a few pieces donated by Alan Harper and his wife, ready to go into the Christmas raffle. Joe, Facebook, 48 to 52 Ford pickup vent window frames. Depending on which ones you need, I've still got plenty of painted ones, I'm sure, that are solid. Just give me a shout tomorrow, Joe, and we'll go over what you need, and I'll get it on my notepad and make sure we get on the same page on that. But I'm pretty sure I should still have at least painted ones. Find 4 pedal cars, farm out to other channels. So that might not be a bad idea either for them to build them. So anyway, a couple other things. Kevin just brought up Pioneer Village, and that was on my list tonight to talk about, Kevin. So Pioneer Village, we are working on the Adopt a Car program at Pioneer Village. Adopt a Car at Pioneer Village. If you guys haven't been with us before, I do have a full playlist on the YouTube channel from Pioneer Village. Amazing place, over 300 cars and trucks. Awesome museum. I've been working with them some on some content as well as a few other things. We have been gathering up funds. We've got almost enough money to do 3 cars. Plus, Leo sent an extra $100 in just to do one for his dad in his dad's name. So as of right now, we're going to do about 3. I talked to Will at Pioneer Village this week. We looked at some times. I was going to try to go up next week around Thanksgiving. I'm probably not going to do that. After talking to Will and looking at what time schedules look like, it would be really, really tight. I think what I'm going to do is go up here in about 3 or 4 weeks, middle of December, before Christmas. A week or 2 before Christmas is kind of what I'm thinking. So as of right now, we are definitely still doing it. I've still got all your donations. If you guys still want to donate, whatever we get is just going to go to more vehicles at Pioneer Village. So you guys are rounding up, which is great. And I just keep a tally, keep tacking all the sheets together, all the receipts together, whether it's PayPal or whether you mail it. I keep all that stuff stapled together so I know exactly where we're at for the Pioneer Village Adopt a Car program. And we will be getting some stuff up there, hopefully getting up there here in 3 or 4 weeks. Now, what I would like to ask you guys to do is I want your guys' opinion on what we're going to sponsor. This is your guys' money. You are donating to this. So what I would like for you to do, if you guys have time, go watch some more of those videos on the Pioneer Village playlists, and let me know what you think. I'll try to catch, there's no way to catch all the comments on all my videos, but I will try to keep an eye out for some of those. Maybe kind of start a running list and see if we can pick out a few cars that at least the majority of us can agree on. So be thinking about that over the next few weeks before I head up there. And then, of course, and maybe if we get a list of some of them, maybe I'll do some short videos on those particular cars and throw those up when I first get there. And then by the time I leave, maybe we'll have it figured out. So anyway, still definitely in the works. Probably going to be 3 or 4 weeks up before we get up there, but still definitely going to make it happen. And thanks to all you guys for helping support them. So let's see, 74 to 78 full-size Chrysler parts. I've got some bits and pieces. I don't think I've got any complete cars in 74 to 78. I do have pieces off some that I've stripped out over the years, Tony. Yeah, Brian, I do have pedal cars stacked around. There's no doubt about that. So. Let's see. Let me see if I can get caught up here. Yep, Leo wants to go see it after we get done. Yep, and like I said, Leo, we're gonna, we'll just however we decide to pick things out. If it's okay with you, we'll pick one of those that the group picks and put your dad's name on it if that's good with you, Leo. So Anyway, what else is going on? Lots of stuff. Real quick, one more thing before we get too far along. I did hear back from Jim Wicks right before I got on tonight. He was at McCacken this weekend, Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals in Chicago. And he sent me a picture, and I'm going to share it with you guys. He actually took one of his own cars to Chicago this weekend. So it depends on which 56 mirrors you need, Andy. It depends on which ones we're talking about. There's a picture of Jim's car in Chicago this weekend. So I thought that was a great shot. As long as the camera stays on. That is actually Jim's personal Boss 429. He's had it for years. It's a highly, highly original car. And and I know we've talked about this a little bit before. Of the 43 bosses that Jim has personally been involved with, this is one that he kept for himself personally. So, so it sounded like he had a great time up there. So I wanted to share that picture with you guys as well. So anyway, let me check my notes here, see if we're caught up with everything we needed to talk about. I think did hit 15,000 subs. We talked about that a little bit Tuesday night, and then thanks to Derek and Vice Grip, I hit 15,000 subs I think Wednesday, and then he posted the video Friday night, and then obviously gave me another big bump, pushed me to 16,000. So super excited about that, and thanks to you guys for all your support helping push my channel along. I try to do a good job for you guys, so I'm glad that you keep coming back and help support what we do here. So Hudson Badge. Anyway, we'll keep moving on to new inventory. Obviously did not have time to pick up a lot of cars over the last couple weeks, even though it's been a few weeks since we've been on. The only thing I picked up vehicle-wise was that Willys Jeep. Don't know much about it because it's the only one I've got. It is an earlier one. Probably, I'm guessing it's late 40s, early 50s. So I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm going to do a little research, and we'll definitely be bringing you a video on it. But it is an actual true Jeep type Jeep. So Alex said, makes for a great Sunday evening. Well, thanks, Alec. Appreciate that. Number one wants to do stocking stuffer bundles with little items for conversation. That's the Christmas table. And that's not a bad idea. You guys want to do some stuffing bundles for the Christmas auction? We'll see what happens. So, no, the Jeep is not running, Alex. It's like I said, it does have an engine, but it would I'm sure it would take some work to get it running. But basically, all I did is I opened the hood and said, "Yep, the engine's there," and closed it, and that's about the extent. That's about as far as I went with it at this point. So, Auburn Badge. But now that we're caught up with all the open chat and back rolling, and everything seems to be working, we'll keep moving. Time to a promo model. This promo model may surprise a few people. It's a car that is starting to gain a little traction. It's a car that has been forgotten over the years. But I thought it was kind of cool when I found the promo. And it's not something we think a lot about as far as being collectible, but it actually is. Ads. Okay, we'll hold up. Wait for the ads to get done. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. No, did not see that big job. So, no, it's not a Vega number one, but that is a great guess. Get Derek to do a Jeep revival. I know I didn't even have the Jeep when he was there. So, okay, we're back. We're good to go. Bill Disc says Ford Probe. No one says Corvair. No. You're neither one of you right, but Bill, you're awful close. You're in the same. You're the correct brand, and you are in the correct era. And here in about a month, this car in Kansas would be considered an antique. Yes, the promo that we're going to check out tonight, the 1989 Ford Taurus SHO. So, not a car that we think a lot about anymore. For the time, they were a pretty neat car, sports sedan, somewhat branded as a performance car. And there wasn't a lot going on in the late 80s. So, this actually, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It actually does say SHO on the rear bumper. See the tag? It was an 89. This promo, I did not have a box. It's got a few scuffs in it, scratches. It is burgundy on burgundy. I don't know if you guys can see inside of it or not. Maybe this side without the steering wheel. Maybe it'll help. You can get the light just right. Yeah, there. I hope you guys can kind of see it. This actually does have, you can see the shifter in it. Bucket seats, console, floor shift. Leo says, no way he's driving one. A lot of comments about they were pretty quick. they were a good seller in their day, that's for sure. Jeff said he saw a black promo this morning at Swap Meet. So anyway, I thought it was something kind of different, and this is exactly why we do this. The fact, just the river of comments that just talking about the SHO Taurus brought up is the whole purpose of doing this. Lots of memories, some good, some not so good, but they were still kind of a neat car for their day. And I think these cars will have somewhat of a following. I think they've already got a little bit of a cult following. This Taurus, which was made from, I think, 86 to 95, this first generation Taurus that they made the SHO out of, I've got 3 or 4 of these in the yard, and I'm holding them. Are they going to, is it a good bet? I don't know. But I am holding them because I think that at some point, especially the SHO, some guys are going to need a door or a fender or something like that for them. So, is it a good buy? I don't know. But the ones I've got, I'm holding them. I'm not crushing them because I think especially because of the SHO world, there might be a little bit of demand for these Tauruses at some point. So that's what we had tonight for the promo model, the 1989 Taurus SHO in burgundy on burgundy. GOB says it's a good bet. We'll find out. We'll see how it works. But I haven't thrown them in the crusher. They're just out there lined up in case somebody needs anything. How about some badges and emblems? How about a Hudson badge? Ooh, didn't see that coming, did you? Tonight's badges and emblems are really great. I was pretty excited about it. Brock, new to the channel, saw us on Vice Grip Garage. Glad you're here, Brock. Thanks for stopping by. I do still have all 3 of those Willys arrows. So yeah, just give me a call. Email does not work. If you look at all my videos, everything I post, and also you have to call me, period. Emails, texts, none of that stuff is ever clear. Basically, if whatever you need isn't on this notepad when I go to the yard, because this is what I work off of, it's not on here, it doesn't get checked. So that's why I always have one that carry these notepads. I just keep them full of notes of whenever somebody calls. If it's not on here and an email's not going to be on here, I'm not going to have it when I'm out going through the yard checking parts. So just give me a shout tomorrow, Brock. Get me a list of what you need, and we'll sure see what we can work out. So no, the Tauruses I have are just regular Tauruses. But there again, switches, lights, fenders, doors, things like that, still going to be the same. So, Tracy's new. Just come over from Vice Grip Garage. Glad you're here, Tracy. However, you wish the whole yard was covered, it would be impossible. It's 20 acres, so it would be pretty difficult. So, let's see. Number one, he used to pick on kids for thinking the four-door domestic cars were cool. He still stands by it. Matt's here from Vice Grip. 68 Dart. I've got a 67 two-door post. Is the only thing I've got in 67 to 69 Dart right now, Matt. So if you need anything specific on it, just give me a shout tomorrow, and we'll see what we can figure out. I'm giving you an Auburn badge right there. And that's a great way and a good idea. Nut Farm, just everybody that's here new from Vice Grip Garage, thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoy what we're doing here. We have a lot of fun every Sunday night. So hang out. Hope you like it, and hope you have a good time with us. We got a lot more stuff coming up yet tonight with the talking about the raffle, the live auctions. I got a couple boxes of cool memorabilia we're going to sell here in a little bit. You guys don't want to miss any of that. So, number one said newbies have to chug. Newbies have to chug. So there you go. Jeff, 66 Fairlane. I do not have any 6 or 7 Fairlanes, just a few miscellaneous parts off some cars I've stripped over the years, but no complete cars, no parts cars sitting here, just bits and pieces for 6 and 7 Fairlanes. So, but anyway, on to the badges and emblems. Besides this one, the first one, I love this one. This is a great piece. I got this at the Springfield Swap Meet. I was super excited about it when I found it. And, as always, we're going to start off with a pre-war badge. Then we'll get to a post-war badge. But this one I thought was pretty cool. And you guys know that I've got a lot of cool badges. You've seen a lot of my badges. And I've got some really cool stuff I've come up with over the years. And this one kind of ranks up there. So Bill does says he'll chug too. What the heck? Jeff on Facebook, new from Vice Grip. So glad you guys made it. And I hope you guys are having fun. Let us know what you think. We've got an awesome group on here. And would love to have you be part of it on a regular basis. So, but the first badge tonight, like I said, we're going to start off pre-war like we do every week. Comes from the year 1936. It's a side hood badge for what was it? Especially in that era, were amazing cars. Sean says he's at work, so he better get busy. But he did enjoy watching. So we're glad you hung out for a while tonight, Sean. Hope you can have time to come back. I do need to get a drone, Bill, and fly over the yard. There's no doubt about that. But without further ado, the first badge of the night, the 1936 Cadillac V8 side hood badge. I was super geeked when I found this thing. It is a little rough. It does have some pitting on the chrome on the V8. This background, as you can see around the edges, is supposed to be red. There is, the hearts are flying now. So, well, I'm glad I didn't sell you guys short that it was this cool. And then I see hearts pop up immediately. So, yeah, this is a great piece. Like I said, this background should be red. You can see some traces of the red still here. But I was so excited when I found this Cadillac Fleetwood. It is a flat badge. It was bolted to the side of the hood on a 1936 Cadillac. Now, to give you some perspective, it is 4 5/8 by 2. So it's 4 5/8 tall, 2 inches wide on this killer Cadillac Fleetwood V8 badge. So, like I said, I told you I had some good stuff tonight. I thought that fell into the good category. And as always, we're going to jump up post-war on the next badge. And I thought this thing was kind of cool too. It's not one you see very often, and not all of them used it. I saw a couple of different configurations. In the 1967-1968 window, I don't know if they had that in a V16 or not. I would guess they probably did, Alex, but I found this one, so I grabbed it. 73 Buick man may have the clock from the V12 Cadillac in the Godfather movie. That's kind of cool. But this next badge, 1967, 1968 era, but I've seen two different styles. This is actually an interior badge, and it's a big badge for an interior badge. I've seen it primarily on coupes. The convertibles seem to have a different rear setup. This went in the rear speaker area of a 67, 68 Chrysler 300. I thought this thing was pretty cool. Obviously in nice condition. Of course, it was probably inside the car unless it's new. I mean, you look at the back of it and it almost looks like it could be new. I don't know. But it was been inside. If it was in a car, it was inside. But even the studs and the mounting don't even look like it's been used. But so who knows, whether it was or not. Obviously, the plastic looks great. The blue and the red, not even faded out of here on the insert. Now, this was used in various Chryslers. They just changed the insert from what I saw. They used this basic frame, and then if it was a Newport, they would put Newport in there, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a pretty cool piece. It's a little bit bigger. Eight and 3/4 by 2.5 on the height. Like I said, this would have been in the rear seat speaker area. Some cars I saw had a full rear seat speaker. When I looked at pictures, some of them just had this plate. So don't really know what the difference was, but I do know this thing is pretty cool. So I figured you guys would enjoy it, and obviously lots of great comments on this one as well. So I'm glad you guys are digging it. Obviously, chrome. This is a metal frame. It is a pop metal frame and a plastic insert. Billy Bowman's here with us. So cool piece there as well. So I told you guys I had good badges tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed them. The 1936 Cadillac V8 hood badge and the 1967-68 era Chrysler 300 backseat badge. Mike said he's never seen one either, so. Pretty cool pieces. Story time, the time where I dig out some old actual photographs, actual pictures of cars that Dad or I may have found anytime over the last 40 years of messing with old cars. So tonight we're going to look at a car that I found about 15 years ago. I actually bought 8 of them, I think, on this deal. John on Facebook with us, first time here, but come over from Vice Grip. Glad you're here, John. Lots of you guys coming over from Vice Grip tonight. I appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy what we're doing. And there, once again, you can't thank Derek enough for taking some time with me and shooting some footage out here and throwing it up on his channel. So, but story time, actual pictures of a car that we found in the past. This one was about 15 years ago. I bought, I think, 8 Cadillacs on this deal. And 2 of them were convertibles. I've still got one of them. I need to get it out and get it sold too. This one I did sell right away on this 1954 Cadillac convertible. Now, obviously, this car had some different front sheet metal on it, but it was a pretty decent old car. It's actual pictures, real pictures, not digital. It was a complete car. Like I said, the fenders, doors come off a different car. Had a little bit of rust in the floors, but overall, it was a pretty solid old car. Yep, it does kind of look like a Johnny Cash special. That's right. So, yep, that's true. Big job. Hopefully, Derek comes out and we do some more stuff here. He definitely picked some stuff out. So, Sam's here. And one more shot of it. This car actually went to Florida with a parts car. And I never did. I'm sure it's probably done by now. I never did hear for sure, but was really a pretty decent old car. Like I said, I bought 8 54, 55 Cadillacs on that deal, 2 of them being convertibles. No, everything was V8 and Cadillac after 49, Alex. In fact, even before that, because they were flathead V8s. Dad's 39's a flathead V8. So Cadillac was using V's for a really long time. So, yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Dean. Non-zoomable pictures. just regular pictures. Yep, it needed a new top. That's for sure. But the top frame was there. The important stuff was there. But I bought the 2 convertibles. I've still got the 55 convertible. I need to dig it back out of storage, and I need to get it sold. It was one I kind of had rat hold for myself, but I'm not going to get to it. It just needs to go down the road. And there was a 55 Cadillac flower car in the deal. That was actually a soft top flower car. It did not have a retractable like convertible roof, but it was actually looked like a convertible top on it, but it didn't go down. From what I found out, less than 25 cars of those were ever made. I did sell that car as well, and I've still got some of the parts cars. So, Scott, a friend of mine, drove a 54 Eldorado to school 40 years ago and still has it. Huh. That'd be pretty cool. Can't imagine driving a 54 Eldorado to school, but be a way to go in style, that's for sure. So anyway, that's what we've got tonight for story time. Like I said, it was about 15 years ago that I found these cars on the 1954 Cadillac convertible. And with that, up to the raffle. Let's talk about the raffle just for a minute here. Who is in the big Buick oil can? There's our Pioneer Village packet. I keep everybody that's in the Pioneer Village, you're in this packet right here for the Pioneer Village support cars. And who's in as of right now? Joe's on with us. They made a few Broadmoor wagons back in the 50s, custom cars, but there's not very many of those out there, Bill. I haven't seen any. Any pictures of the one I've got somewhere? In fact, there may be some. I may have some actual hard pictures of that from when I took, when I took these pictures. The 55 was there as well. So I will. I may even have some regular hard pictures of that 55. It's buried in a building right now. I need to get it dug out. But so we'll check and see what. I'll see if I can find those and get those out. So, but who is in the big Buick oil can as of right now? And remember, we're giving away first name out of the big Buick oil can in 2 weeks gets all these 1916, 1917, 1918 original paint license plates. The next name out of the can is going to get your choice. You're going to get a brand new Newell stock Nebraska dealer plate or a pair of Newell stock 74 Kansas 140 and 141. The second name gets their choice. The third name gets the last one. So all those are going to be given away in a couple weeks. Who is in as of right now? Leo, Travis, and Justin are in. And Leo, I threw a few extras in for you guys. Leo rounded up his last auction payment very generously just as a donation to the show. And so I gave you a few extra raffle tickets because you made a great donation just donating to the show, and I appreciate that, Leo. So Justin, Travis, Leo, Johnny Z, Mark Falcon, Michael Glagola, Alex, Tony Napoli, Alan Harper, Dennis Chapman, Lee Carr. Looks like we got some ads. Do we have ads? So I got one ad comment. Do we have ads coming up or? Okay. Okay, we're good. Michael Glagola got his valve covers he won, so he absolutely loved those. Congratulations to Michael on those. Speaking of which, 2 raffles ago, Brandon Hott, I've still got your little truck you won if you're on because I don't have a shipping address for you. You had some auction wins at the same that week as well, and I just figured when I got the check for the auction wins, I'd have your address. So I've still got that one for Brandon Hott because I don't have a shipping address. I'd cut his shipping address out of his last payment when I shipped him what he bought on the auction. So if you're on, Brandon, I've still got that. I need your address. So Okay, anyway, back to who's in. Lee Carr, Matt Williams, Joe's Classics. So everybody I read off is in the Big Buick oil can as of right now. If you think you're in and I didn't read your name off, get with me this week so we can make sure we get you in. And as always, $1 per chance. Check, money order, PayPal, friends and family, Western Union, whatever you guys want to do. $1 per chance gets your name in here in the Big Buick oil can for this month's raffle. We do one every month. $1 per chance. We'll do the drawing in 2 weeks, I think. I think we'll do it the night of the Christmas auction. That'll be December 3rd, which will be when we get back from Mecum. So, if you guys are going to Mecum, Kansas City, please remember that too. I was going to bring that up earlier. We do plan on doing Mecum, Kansas City all 3 days. So let me know if you're going to be going to Mecum, Kansas City, and maybe we can catch up and maybe meet some of the other nobodies that show up that week. So that is a good point, Big Job. We are missing Mark Falcon tonight. Have not heard from him. Scott will be in KC. Perfect. Be sure to look us up, Scott. I've heard from a few other viewers who do plan on being there. So definitely get with me or get a hold of me, and we'll see if some of us can all catch up for a little while at Mecum, Kansas City. So anyway, that's who's in the raffle right now for the Big Buick oil can, in the Big Buick oil can for the license plate raffle. That's right, Michael. Let's do a bonus raffle. What the heck? You knew I was shaking that can up. Let's see what we got here. You got it down to 1. Johnny Z. Johnny Z. Let's see. Let's grab that other can. Let's sit the Buick can over here. Let's grab the El Rico Fleet. Oh, yeah. What's in here? This is where we got our bonus drawings. Yep, we do some bonus drawing stuff, too. Let's yank one out of here. Let's see what we're shipping to Johnny Z. How about this one? Let's see what we got. I swear I should think before I wrap, when I wrap these things up, I should do a little better job of this. What do we got for Johnny Z? Oh, this is killer. Tootsie. Little Tootsie toy truck for Johnny Z in the bonus raffle. Justin made it. All right. Let's tuck this little Tootsie back down in here. If I can get it in here. It's going to kind of halfway be in there, Johnny Z. And got your name on it. Ads. Okay. We'll give everybody a second to get through ads. Big Job is back. We'll give it a few more seconds here. All right. Looks like some of you guys are coming back. All right. Are we good to go? All right, I'm not seeing any comments. Okay, looks like we're good to go again. So, as always, these bonus raffles do not hurt you for the overall monthly drawing. So, Johnny Z goes right back in there for the monthly drawing. And I tell you what, since we haven't been on in a couple weeks, let's yank another one out. What else we got in here? We got this. It's flat. So let's see who's getting whatever this is. Maybe Matchbooks. It's flat. Let's do another one. We're down to one. Michael Gagola. So let's see what's in here. Journeyman Randy's on with us. I don't remember seeing you on here before. Maybe you're new to us. I hope you're here. I hope you enjoy it, Randy. Oh, this is great. Here's what Michael Gagola got. Check that one out. So let's put this back in here for him. And please remember, guys, these will ship with your next package. I do not ship any of these bonus drawings individually. They will go with your next package whenever that is. So, all right. And add just once again right back into the can for the monthly drawing. If we do any more tonight, we'll see how it goes. You can only win one per night. So Johnny Z and Michael are out. If we do any more tonight, we'll see how the rest of the night goes. But we got a couple of them out of the way for sure. And with that, hey, guess what? I guess it's auction time. Who's ready for some auctions? We got a lot of cool stuff piled up here. We're ready to have a ton of fun with the auctions. As always, I will hold up an item. We'll check it out. We'll talk about that particular vehicle, its place in history. And we'll talk about the condition, any damage, any flaws. I may give you some dimensions on it so you know what we're getting into. As we're doing the description, if you're interested in that particular piece, go ahead and throw a bid up there so I know we've got some interest. Even if it's $5, at least I know I have some interest in it so we can get things rolling. After we finish the description, we will put it on a timer. We will go 2 minutes. I do it right here on my phone. I have my phone sitting right here by the computer so I can keep an eye on it. I will let you know when 1 minute has passed, and I will also let you know when 1 minute 30 seconds has passed. When I tell you 1 minute 30 seconds has passed, please be thinking about your maximum bid. Everybody on here is on a delay. Some people it's 5 seconds, some people it's 30 seconds. It varies depending on your device, smartphone, tablet, smart TV, PC, as well as your internet provider all affect that. So please bear that in mind. The reason I tell you when a minute 30 is passed, so you know you have enough time to jump in if it's a piece you're interested in. Now, at the end of 2 minutes, when I see 200 here, the highest bid that I can see on my screens, whether it is Facebook or YouTube, is who I will announce as the winner. So we have to keep an eye on that, but it's what I can see. Sometimes you see things differently than I do, so make sure you get that bid in there in plenty of time so that it pops up and I get to see it. There we have hit 1 minute. 1 minute has passed, so I will announce that as we click along on these things. So if we have an ad pop up in the middle of an auction, I will stop the timer at that point until I get an all clear from you guys. Once I get that all clear from you guys, then I will restart the timer and I will tell you how much time is left at that point on that particular piece when we restart the timer. Full dollar amounts only. And I'm watching numbers on both screens is what I'm watching for. I'm watching for numbers here on YouTube, here on Facebook. So if you hear me announce a bid that you can't see, it's probably on the other format. So payment, check, money order, Western Union, PayPal, friends and family only. Or some people mail cash. It's whatever you want to do. It's completely up to you guys. Any of those formats work. That information is in the description part of both these videos, both Facebook and YouTube. So we'll keep an eye on that. And if you guys want to wait a week or two to pay, that's fine. Just don't drag them out too long. There are probably some pieces in tonight's auction that you probably will recognize from a couple months ago. After 30 days, I have to clean my tub out. I keep all this stuff. Once it's sold, I keep it all in one area, and it just starts piling up after a couple of months. So there will probably be a few things you may recognize from August or September that just are just going right back in the box because I just can't keep stacking on top of it, and it just gets deeper and deeper. So Benson Speed Shop's here. Glad you're with us tonight. Let's have a Hudson badge while we're thinking about it. Non-U.S. buyers, you are more than welcome to play, but you will have to get me paid, which will usually consist of a bank wire, which there's a fee associated with, and you will be responsible for non-U.S. shipping. If you want to build up for 2 or 3 weeks and do it at once, that's perfectly fine as well. But this thing kind of supports itself, so if we spend a small fortune shipping a box out of the country, it kind of torpedoes it for everybody else. So and that's right, Tweedledee, and another good point. And if you're not sure what's going on, but you still want to play, go ahead, throw a bid out there, and just give me a shout tomorrow. My phone number is also in the description part of these videos. Give me a shout. We'll figure it out. We'll work through it. Not a big deal. I think tonight, most of the stuff tonight is smaller, so it will shipping will be included in the 48 states on this stuff tonight. So that being said, got any questions, throw them up there. Please keep an eye out for the ads. Let me know what's going on. If you do see an ad, I will stop the timer at that point. And let's get boogieing into tonight's auctions. As always, we'll start off with a few lower dollar pieces. I will read all the bids that I see as I see them for the first few pieces. Once we get a little deeper into the auction, if we have a bunch of bids pop up at once, I'll only read the high bid. For the first 2, 3, 4 pieces, I will try to read all bids as I see them, just so you guys get a feel for what I'm seeing and when I'm seeing it. So that being said, let's go ahead and get rolling. Got any questions, throw them up there, or just go ahead and play along and call me tomorrow, and we'll sure get it worked out. Not a big deal. As always, some cool stuff tonight. We'll see how it goes. If you guys want more when we get done, I've always got more too, since we haven't done it for a few weeks. If you guys think we need to throw a few extra pieces on at the end, just let me know. We'll start off with kind of a mid-range oil can tonight, because we all love oil cans, and obviously I've got a slug of them now. If I didn't already have tons of them, I got way more now. So this was kind of a, it's a great can, but it's got some fading. It's got some scratches. Leo's don't care. He's in at 10. And it's definitely well worth that because it is a very cool piece. On this Skelly Supreme 1-quart motor oil, easier starting, low consumption, cleaner motor from the Skelly Oil Company. Does have some fading, but it's got great graphics on it. Check this thing out. This is the old Skelly that has all the oil derricks around the outside edge. I believe it was kind of goldish originally. It does have some fading there. The back is almost faded to a silver, but I do think it was supposed to be gold. But the oil derricks go all the way around it. The blue and the red all still look good. The top has been cut out. Matt at 12. So great for pens and pencils, or whatever. Let me check that out. Jeff, for Steel Ponies, Jeff 14. Alex at 20. We can see the metal seam over here where it is an actual steel can. Sold on Skelly's money back guarantee over on the side. Brian at 21. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the timer and get rolling on the Skelly Court. Like I said, I think it was supposed to be more of a gold, but it does have some fading. Justin at 25. But still a good looking can. So we're live, we're on the timer, and we are rolling on this thing. Bottom is still in it. What are you doing, Gray Kitty? Gray Kitty just decided to come back in. She's been out the shop today. Justin at 25 as we're ticking along on the Skelly Supreme 1 quart. And there's our 1 minute mark. We have hit 1 minute. We're halfway through on the Skelly Court. Grade number 1, grade number 3, and grade number 5 sold on Skelly's money back guarantee over here on the side. And there's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. Matt, 26. Justin at 30. Just about done. A few seconds left. Justin at 30. Pete at 32. And that does it. Pete at 32. Travis came back at 34 at 2:02. Justin came back at 34. I had Pete at 32 when I hit 2:00 on my timer. I'm going to be at the yard Tuesday. I'll be around all week this week if you want to come up, Alex. Just give me a shout tomorrow, and we can get something nailed down. But, yeah, I will be around most this week. The only thing I've got going is if it stays dry, I've got to get that 58 Impala picked up. So I'm trying to get that 58 Impala either Friday or Saturday if it stays dry. But first part of the week should be fine. Should be fine, Alex. So, Sweet Can, we're going to mark that one to Pete. We're going to move on to the next item up for bids. Like the Price is Right here or something. Matchbooks. We all love matchbooks. We love the graphics. We love the styles. These are all gas station ones, starting off with Co-op Farmland Industries. Johnny Cochran, your local Sinclair dealer. Now nickel makes the difference. It restores lost power from Sinclair. The plane. I got to get with Doug. I'm hoping we can get Doug's truck up here pretty quick and get the plane. I've still got to get the airplane moved. The wings, I got the wings a few months ago, but I want to get the, hopefully we're going to have an airplane video within 30 days. Let's put it that way. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. We got an airplane video within 30 days. So Justin at 5. I'm moving some stuff around. I actually moved stuff around one building, and then the overhead door broke. The sliding door broke on that building, so I got to make another spot to get the 58 in. Hoagland Standard Service with the big Standard logo. And Lint Brothers DX for the DX station. All 4 of them, 1 bid. I've got Justin at 5. We're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. And let's boogie on the matchbooks. Justin at 5. Let's take an Auburn badge to think about it. But yeah, I've got, unless my guys are supposed to fix that door, unless I hear from them Monday or Tuesday. Alan at 10. Then I'm going to have to make some room in another building. May have to put the Care Spray outside for a while. If it don't fit, you must have quit. Justin at 14. But, yeah, Mark's definitely not on now if we got matchbooks up. But it's in bare metal, so it's got to go somewhere. It can't sit outside because it is in bare metal, and it is a phenomenal body. The little bit of rust that it did have has already been fixed with new metal. There's zero rust in that body right now, so it's got to go straight inside. We've got Justin at 14 as we tick along and hit the 1 minute mark on the matchbook collection. Coming up on the minute 30 mark. 73 big man keep driving under a cover for now. Yeah, you have to do that sometimes. There's a minute 30. Minute 30's passed. 30 seconds left. Justin at 14 on the matchbook collection of gas and oil stuff. We're coming down to the wire. A little bit of time left, but very little. Adjusting at 14. Keeping an eye on both formats here as this one comes down to the end. And that'll do it. Justin at 14. All right, what do we got next? License plates. We all love license plates. We've done a few of these in the past because I really love this one, and I know some of you guys do too. What's cool about this is it's a low number. This is the 1981 Kansas wheat plate. The bright blue with the wheat stalks on it and the wheat heads on it. Number 92, two-digit plate, Edwards County, in great condition. Look at the shine on this thing. Standard size, roughly 6x12 plate. The wheat is painted on there. So a lot of times these wheat will fade. I try to get pretty good ones on here for you guys. But number 92, two-digit plate. Planet Wisconsin's here. Tweedledee at 25. The back of this one was aluminum. Travis at 30. Like I said, this is basically a roughly 12 inches by 6 inches standard size plate. The 81 is embossed. After 81, you got a sticker for here. This one did not have a sticker put on it. Martin at 35, but it is a nice looking plate with good color. We are live on the timer. I did start it, so we are boogieing on this one. It's not beat up or twisted or pretzeled or anything. So Justin at 38 on the nice looking 81 two-digit number 92 plate. As we're ticking away, I'm getting ready for the next one. Oh, let's see if we can see the timer in this one. It's fun to do this on the plates if we can get the angle of the dangle right here. There we go. There we can watch the timer as we come up on the 1 minute mark. And there's 1 minute. 1 minute has passed. Justin at 38. You can see the gloss and the shine on this plate when we can read the timer in the shine. Kenny looking for a clean 71 plate. Don't know where Norma's at. She hasn't been on Sunday night in a while. She's been on a few Toy Tuesdays here and there, but best plate we ever had. Yep, I've always liked these. Minute 30's passed. We're past the minute 30 mark. Coming down to the end. Justin at 38. Just about down to the wire on this one. I've still got Justin at 38 as my high bidder. Tick tock, and that will do it. Justin at 38. All right. That was fun. Let's move on to a badge bundle. Where's our Ford guys at? Badge bundle for the Ford guys. Or anybody. These are actually kind of pretty cool, whether you like Ford or not. We'll start off with a mid-50s V8 badge. This one has some pink paint on it, so I don't know if they just got sloppy with it or what, but it's kind of the pink on there. But the chrome does look nice. This is a pot metal V8 badge. Stud mounted. It is flat. Chrome does look pretty good on it. Mid-50s fender badge. And it is 3 inches. The wingspan is 3 inches and about 2 1/4 tall on the V8. Going with the V8, Steel Ponies Jeff at 15. This is also a 50s Ford piece. Not sure what year. I got it in a box of emblems. It's a hood or a trunk. It is original because it's got some cracking in the plastic, but it's still a cool piece. On this Ford Crest logo badge. This is a plastic insert in a metal frame. Plastic does come out. Frame is pop metal, stud mount. Obviously a little fading and a little cracking in the plastic part, but hey, this thing's 70 years old, so or roughly 70 years old. So it still doesn't look too terribly bad for its age. Chrome has a nice shine. It's got a few pits in it, but it doesn't look too bad. Pete said somebody put a bad word on there. Plant, Wisconsin at 20. Let's get this thing rolling on the timer. You're getting both of them. One-shot deal. Planet, Wisconsin at 20 is our high bidder. Mounting studs are intact on both of these. And nice looking pieces for our Ford fans. So we are live. We are boogieing. Let's have another Hudson badge to think about it. As I keep digging and keeping things lined out and ready to go. As we're coming up on the 1 minute mark on the Ford badges. And there's 1 minute. 1 minute has now passed. Justin at 21. Planet, Wisconsin wants the V8 badge for his Hyundai. I guess that'll help your Hyundai out a little bit. Haven't seen anything on Facebook. I hope you guys on Facebook are just watching and not trying to bid because nothing is feeding. Steel Ponies Jeff at 22. So just want to let you guys know. I hope everything's good there. I hope we don't have another problem. I don't always trust these things. Ads. All right, stopped. All right, I've shut it down. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the quick response when you guys see those because I have not seen any warnings on ads tonight. Yep, I'm glad you're back, Kenny, too. I got Planet, Wisconsin at 25 that did come through, and we are back. Okay. Planet, Wisconsin's bid of 25 came through. We are at the minute 30 mark. It is literally at 1:30 was where I shut it off at. So 30 seconds left. Justin now at 26, and we are live. We're down to the end. Minute 30's passed. Justin at 26. You're getting both Ford badges. Not a lot of time left, but I've got Justin at 26. Matt, 28. Big Job at 32. Sam at 27. I had Big Job at 32. Matt at 33. Big Job at 35 at the 200 mark. Whew. I didn't think you were going to get that one in. Justin at 34. Big Job. Matt was back at 36. I didn't think you were going to get that in, Big Job, and it was... You had zero time to spare on that one, but you snuck it in. Big Job at 35 on the Ford badges. That one got kind of interesting there at the end. All right, I want to get these taped back together so I don't lose something. All right, I'll tuck back together for Big Job. And on to the next cool piece. This is one that actually we sold a few months ago. and the payment got lost. So I don't remember who bought it, but I know they said they sent the payment and it got lost, and there was just a mix-up on it. I said, not a problem. We'll resell it. It is a cool piece. You guys liked it then. I'm sure you're going to like it now. On the Butterflake popcorn tin. Actual metal can. Steel seam on it. This is fairly big. It's way bigger than a quart. This would be like a couple gallon can. Manufactured by National Oats Company, Wall Lake, Iowa. Super hybrid yellow hulless, net weight 10 pounds. So this was 10 pounds of popcorn. Leo at 20, Tweedledee at 30. It's about 9.5 inches tall. And 6.5 wide. Justin at 25, Leo at 40. Jerry, send it. If you sent me a text, Jerry, I didn't see it. So yeah, if you don't call me and it's not on this notepad to get checked, texts, emails, none of that stuff ever works. So yeah, you just give me a call tomorrow and I'll get you on my list. If it's a text or an email or anything like that, I probably didn't even see it. So anyway, let's get this thing rolling. So just give me a shout tomorrow, Jerry. I'll get it on my list and get all the specifics, and we'll see what we can do. On the Butterflake popcorn tin, I've got Leo at 40. Hudson badge. So yeah, guys, if you need parts, you've got to call me. Texts, emails, none of that stuff ever works. It just flat doesn't. Because texts I get are like the text I got the other day that said, how much you want for the Econoline? So apparently Ford only made one Econoline and I own it, even though I have like 10 Econolines in the yard. But that's the type of stuff I get. That's why you just got to call me. That's the only way to get all the details and all the specifics. So, but we're taking away. I've got Leo at 40 on the Butterflow. It was a Butterflake popcorn tin. Butterflake on both sides. Top's cut out. It is empty. Leo at 40 on the Butterflake. 1 minute has passed. We just passed the 1 minute mark. I've got Leo at 40. Yeah, that's right, 73 Buick. There's just so many differences in these old cars, so many variations, so many things, that different option packages, things like that. It just, having that short conversation is by far the best way to do it. And there's the minute 30 mark. Leo at 40 at a minute 30. Leo may have blown everybody out of the water. We'll see. We're getting out there towards the end. Don't know, Big Job. All it said, the text said, how much for the Econoline? That's all it said. That was the entire text. There's no way to answer that stuff. So just about done. And that will do it. Leo at 40. Leo on the popcorn. Late 60s Saab stuff, that I can tell you I can't help you out. I can't help you on late 60s Saab. Because I do know I don't have any of those. All right, up next, another toy that sold a few months ago that was still laying in the box. Something from the Springfield swap meet from our toy guy that we hung out with down there, the little tin Jaguar. Did have a windshield frame that is broken. The steering wheel is still there. Front bumpers are still intact. This was modeled after a Japanese tin, modeled after a mid-50s era Jaguar. Original paint. Has the little Made in Japan stamped over here. Justin at 15. Does have all the tires and wheels on it and original wheel covers. Cute little car. Borg Ward stuff? No, do not. Six inches long by 2.5. That's right, Mike. Exactly. How much for the Chevy? That's what I get on texts and emails. That's why it's just you just got to call. It's the only way to do it, really. Martin at 16, Justin at 18. Let's get this thing rolling on the timer. We are live. Justin at 18 on the Toy Jag. No, Kenny, I have not heard anything out of Eloy. He texted me, 3 or 4 months ago. As we all know, he bought Alex at 20. He bought that big ranch in California, was in the middle of a huge move, and then he got hit with some health issues. I got a text from him. It just said something about, hey, this is Eloy. I had some health problems. I had to go into the hospital for a little bit. I'll be back. Justin at 25. And never heard back from him again. So Justin at 25 on the Toy Jag from our toy buddy at the Springfield, Missouri swap meet. And 1 minute. 1 minute has passed. Justin at 25. And there's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. We're coming down to the wire on this one. There's Matt at 26 with a few seconds left. And that does it. Matt snuck that 26 in there and got it done. Justin came back at 30, just a few seconds too late. When we hit that 200, I had Matt at 26. All right. Haven't done a cap yet tonight. We all like caps. How about this one? Great wall hanger. This is early 40s era, I believe. Get your sunglasses out and raise your hands if you're a Pontiac fan. I think this is about a 41. The letters should have been painted. I did not repaint these. I thought whoever ends up with it, they can kind of do whatever they want, whether you want to repaint the letters or just leave them the way it is. It has some typical dings and dents. I mean, shoot, the thing's close to 80 years old. It's been up a little bit here on the back. It's not all rusted out. But it is definitely a good-looking cap. Great wall hanger. Justin started us off at 20. It is ribbed around the edge here. Leo at 10. I had Justin at 20. There again, Zach, if it's an email, I don't know if it's in spam where it's at. If you get just give me a shout tomorrow and give me your list. You know, and that's the other thing is even if you sent me an email, it's not on here when I'm checking parts. So just give me a shout and give me your list and I'll get it on my notepad and I'll see what I got. As I say, emails, text, none of that stuff ever works. There's just too many variables, too many questions on this stuff. 9 1/4 in diameter on the Pontiac cap. So I've got Justin at 20. Let's get this thing rolling. Yeah, no problem, Zach. That's why I just can't do emails, texts. Too many variables, too many differences, you know, and so much of this stuff, you know, there's just a lot of differences in this stuff. People calling about parts for 48 International don't even know which one they've got, and there's two completely different 48 Internationals. You know, and I've got the 1960 Chevy truck showroom poster. They made 100 different 1960 Chevy trucks, literally 100 different ones, not counting Corvair trucks. So that's why I just tell everybody, you just got to call me. I can ship to Australia, but there's a whole process to it. Obviously, I've got to get it to Kiwi or somebody like that. So I have done it. It's kind of a drawn out process. So it just depends on what it is and what we need to do. But a lot of times I have shipped to Kiwi several times. Sam at 26, Travis at 30. As far as stuff that's going to Australia and New Zealand. So just let me know what you need and see what I got. 1 minute has passed. 1 minute is now gone. What kind of vehicle is it, Zach? By the way, just so we got an idea if I got something. I still can't help you on the 68 Saab, Planet, Wisconsin. So I've got Travis at 30. As we're coming up on the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has now passed. Okay. Depends on which kind of 55 Buick two-door you got, Zach, because there's different ones. So, because there's the big car and the small car. Travis at 30. Tony at 32. Few seconds left. I've got Tony at 32. And that does it. Tony at 32. Travis came back at 201. Tony at 32 was who I had at 200. Travis missed that one by like that much. Denny came in at 35 right after that too. So, Tony, you got really lucky. I had Travis at 34, Denny at 35, and they both came in at just past the 2 minute mark. And just so you guys know, I actually scooched my screens together so I can see Facebook as well as I can see YouTube without having to completely turn my head. So, trying to make things even more efficient and see what we got. All right. Another rerun that we sold a few months ago. One more scrapbook. Lincoln's. Who remembers these scrapbooks? These old, they were cut out ads. I had a handful of these. Leo's at 10. He's ready to go. Tony had to go see if he had that one, and he didn't. Well, you got it now, but boy, barely, because Denny and Justin I think it was Justin, we're both swinging for you. So this scrapbook, the last one. Most of these appear to be ads that were cut out of old magazines. This book is primarily Lincoln's. Leo's already in at 10. Leo bought almost all these. There's a few that he didn't get, but he tried to get most of these, and they are cool. Alex at 25. Lots of hearts. Love the hearts. Love the fireworks. Let's go ahead and get this on the timer while we flip through these last few pages. Leo at 40. Justin was at 30, but I've already got Leo at 40. There's a whole slug of green Lincolns. Alex at 45. Yeah, and I don't know what the story was. I mean, somebody just had to have just liked to clip them out of magazines or something. Leo at 50. Few Fords here at the end as we hit the 1 minute mark. Yeah, somebody put a lot of time into these, that's for sure. And the last page. And I've got Leo at 50. As we hit the minute 30 mark, 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. I've got Leo at 50. Leo's bumping himself to 55 just to make sure somebody doesn't sneak in on him. Just about done. We're coming down to the end. Couple seconds left. And that does it. Leo at 55. Another one for Leo's collection. How about some license plates? Let's do a pair of plates. These are banged up a little bit, but what's cool about them is they are 73 years old and they're still together because it is a match set of 1950 Kansas license plate, 55-2424. Like I said, these are banged up a bit. They're bent up a little bit. These in 1950, Travis at 25, were an aluminum plate, and they were left as raw aluminum, and just the letters and numbers were painted green. Martin at 30. Let's get these things rolling. Martin at 30. They are banged up a bit, but they are still together after 73 years. Travis at 40. So we're going to leave them together, and they're going to hang on the wall in one of your guys' man caves here in the very near future. Travis at 40. Martin at 41. Justin at 50. Yeah, that's a good point, Kenny. Hope still together at 73. And I kind of feel the same way. I'm banged up a bit now. I don't want to know what it's going to be like in 73. But I do know that 1 minute has passed and there's 1 minute left to go. And we've got Justin as our high bidder at 50. Justin at 50 as we hit the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. Justin at 50 on the match set of 1950 Kansas license plates. And we're coming down to the wire. We've got a little bit of time left, but we're down to seconds now. Justin at 50, is there any snipers out there on these? No, Justin at 50 gets it done. I got a little bit, not a lot of plug stuff, but I got a little bit of stuff that we're going to be squeezing out on some Toy Tuesdays. I didn't buy much in the line of spark plugs, but I did buy a little bit. So most of those, I mean, there were some awesome spark plugs there. If you guys didn't catch the auction video from Friday night, there was some, I mean, if you're a spark plug guy, I think there was some like amazing stuff there, but I don't know much about them. I bought a few that I thought were cool. So I got a few of them. We'll be working into some Toy Tuesdays. But we did some Ford badges. How about a badge bundle for the Chevy fans? This is also a rerun from several months ago. We're going to start there. Are 5 pieces in here for our Chevy fans. Starting off with the basic bow tie. This is a basic plastic flat bow tie that you can do pretty much anything with if you're a Chevy guy. Stick it anywhere, toolbox, cooler, 4 1/4 inches, Travis at 15 by 1 5/8 inches. This next one is also plastic, 80s era block style Chevrolet. Sam at 25, white background, chrome letters. And it is, Tweety remembers these, yep. 9 3/4 on the Chevy, 9 3/4, almost 10. So these two are plastic. And we're going to start backing up. This is a mid-70s trunk script in cursive. This is pop metal, flat stud mount, 6 3/8 on the length. And we're going to back up a little bit more to a mid-60s, 65, 66 era grill script. This was actually screwed on. These are factory screw holes. Just basically a flat aluminum Chevrolet cursive script. No specific Nova stuff, Sam. This is all generic Chevrolet in this bundle. And it is 9 inches. So you've got all 4 of these, and like I promised you, there are a 5 in here. This one's kind of rough, but I threw one in anywhere. The 1929 to 1931 radiator badge. This one is bent at the bottom, and it does have some chipping in it. But it's going in there as well. Ad. Okay, we've got ads. So we're going to hold up for a second before we start this one. And you guys let me know when we're clear. Big Job is back. Okay, looks like we're back. All right, Alex at 25. All of them one-shot deal. I'm starting the timer now. Okay, 73 Bigman says not yet. Everybody else says we're back. I'm going to start the timer as of now, and here we go. So even if somebody's not quite back, we'll be back before we're done. We just started the timer. Alex at 25. All 5 Chevy badges in this badge bundle. Justin at 30. Surprised I didn't buy the White Eagle at the auction. Oh, it was a fake. So yeah, I wouldn't have wanted that one anyway. It still brought almost $500, but it was a reproduction. So yeah, I actually could tell from the auction listing pictures it wasn't real. Addie could even tell it wasn't real from the pictures. So Sam at 40 on Facebook. As we hit the 1 minute mark, we got Sam at 40 on Facebook. Yeah, there's a lot of aluminum White Eagles out there that are not original cast iron. If you're familiar with them, they're pretty easy to identify. Like I said, Addie spotted in the pics. She knew from just looking at the auction listing pictures it wasn't real. There's a minute 30. I got Sam at 40 on Facebook. As we're ticking away and coming down to the wire. Yep, we got a Sam over here and a Sam over there. There's Sams everywhere. But Sam on Facebook's got the bid at 40 right now, and we're coming down to the end of this one. We've just got a few seconds left. Johnny Z at 42. And that does it. Ooh, that was like at 158. Johnny Z slid that 42 in there. Sam came back at 47. It was already too late. Holy cow, that one got tight at the end. But Johnny Z at 42 is who I had at the 200. me get these put back together into a bundle here and taped up so I don't lose anything. All right. All ready for Johnny Z. Yeah, you're definitely dialed in because that was like 158 and change. I mean, it was just that tight. Barely knocked Sam out. Sam was ready for you. It just come back too late. So, all right. How about some cans? Let's do a can bundle. These are both metal cans, both metal quarts from the Mobil Oil Corporation. Now, we've done a few of these, but not one this nice on this aluminum can. This one looks great. This is an aluminum quart. We've had a few of these, but I don't think we've had one this good. It has been punched on the top. Bottom still intact. Nice looking can. Going along with that, this one looks great on one side, but has surface rust on the other. But it has amazing colors on this side of the Mobil Oil quart. Nice red and blue against the white background, but the other side does have surface rust on the Mobil Oil. Tweedledee D at 30, Travis at 15. It has also been punched on the top, intact on the bottom. You're going to get both of them on this deal since this one has some surface rust. We're going to sell you the pair of them. Tweedledee D at 30 is my high bidder, and we are rolling on these. Dennis at 40. Nice looking cans with the Pegasus. You got to love the Pegasus. I don't think you can get a buzz on these like you do on a 9-volt battery. But they are good looking. Just that side's a little rough, but there again, you can only look at one side at a time anyway. So you put these up on the shelf, they're going to look great. Leo at 41. 1 minute has now passed. We're 1 minute gone, 1 minute to go. And one gray kitty. Gray kitty. Leo at 41. Dennis at 45. And there's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has gone. Dennis at 45. This one's aluminum. This one's steel. Dennis at 45. We're coming down to the end of this one. A few seconds left, but not a ton of time. Let's see what's going to happen. Any snipers out there on the roof? Leo at 46. And Leo got it done at 46. Those are good looking cans for sure. And they are going to Leo's collection. All right. How about another hubcap? We all love hubcaps. Put your sunglasses on. It's going to get bright. Because this one has nice, bright, shiny, and it is a stainless cap. And it is something a little bit different. I believe this is early 60s era on your Studebaker. Probably a little Lark or something like that. I'm not sure. Few dings and dents in this thing, but not too bad at all. Good looking cap, no serious damage. Flat, back's clean. Let me give you some dimensions across the back of this one. Right at 10 inches in diameter on the little Studebaker cap. Tony at 10. The S is actually embossed. It is stamped in there. Alex at 30. The Montreal Alouettes defeat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Randall with the Nut Farm at 35. This is all stamped in here. You can see on the back everything that is stamped. There's the S. There's the serrations all stamped in there. Randall with the Nut Farm at 35 on the Studebaker cap. Nice, bright, shiny. There's the Mopar jacket. The old Roadrunner jacket, all kinds of cool stuff. See it right there in the reflection on the little Studebaker cap. Oh, so that's Michael Gagola just commented that Canadian Super Bowl is today. So you're watching your Super Bowl then, number one, huh? 1 minute has passed. Nut Farm at 35. 1 minute has passed. We're on the back side of this deal. Alec at 37. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. We're coming out of the end. I've got Alec on Facebook at 37. No more toys tonight. All we had was that little Jaguar tonight. I think that was all I had for toys laid out tonight. Got some killer toys coming up in the Christmas auction, though. Few seconds left. Alec at 37. We're just about done with this one. And that does it. Alec at 37. Nut Farm came back at 40, but it was too late. How about an Auburn badge to think about it, though? Up next, we're going to do something a little bit different. Like I told you guys, I found some primitives, and this is kind of some of the start of it. Well, it's tractor stuff, but it's early tractor stuff. Zero idea if you guys are going to like this, but I did pick up a few little bits and pieces of it. So I thought I'd throw one in tonight, and we'll see what you guys think. This is an old toolbox or tool tray off of a super early, and I don't know how early, but it's a really early John Deere. This is embossed. The lettering gets smaller as it tapers on the John Deere. It is original. I don't know how early it is. It is embossed on both sides. You can see inside how it is stamped in there. Actually, in the deal here was basically a tool. Okay, lots of holy cow. Let me keep an eye out here. Leo at 30, Brian at 25, Tony at 15, Kevin at 20. Leo at 30 is my high bid. It is 9.5 inches long and 3 1/4 wide. And almost 2 inches deep, just a tick under 2 inches deep. John at 35. Let's get this thing rolling. Tractor Mike will be on for the big Christmas auction because we are going to Mecum that weekend. He is planning on staying. Dennis at 45. He is planning on staying to do the big Christmas auction, and he is bringing some tractor treats for the Christmas auction. That's true. It maybe wasn't off an implement too. I'm not sure, but it is cool. It is early. It's real metal, riveted together on both ends. Dennis at 45 on the John Deere tool tray. Hudson. And if you're a license plate guy or gal, you're going to want to stick around. You're not going to want to miss what's next. But we're going to sell this little John Deere tool tray, and we are going to do it in 1 minute because 1 minute has passed. Nut Farm at 50. Yeah, I'm sure it's early. I don't know how early, but it's early. And some, like I said, some of the stuff I got in this collection, super early and super cool. I don't know if you want to repaint this and put it on a shelf. I mean, I don't know if you leave it the way it is. Leo at 51. Kenny's going to grab a 30 pack for that night. Yep, Tractor Mike is planning on being here for the big Christmas auction. Nut Farm at 52. 1 minute 30 has passed. 30 seconds left to go. Nut Farm at 52 on the John Deere tool tray. Put it on your dresser. Put your keys and your coins in it at night. I'm sure a John Deere wrench would go right in there. Nut Farm at 52 as we're coming down to the wire. Leo at 53. Tony at 53. Dennis at 56. And that does it. Dennis at 56. That one got kind of hairy there in the last 15 seconds. Sam at 55 right afterwards, but I had Dennis at 50. Nut Farm at 60. They're still coming in. Yeah, it's probably 20s or 30s. Dennis at 56 is who I had at the 2-minute mark. And I've got a few other tool trays. I don't think I've got another one like this. There's some other Deere, some international stuff. I've got some other not a ton of it, just a couple of handfuls, but it was some pretty cool stuff. So I went ahead and grabbed it. So we'll be working a few more of those pieces in. But big Christmas auction. Tractor Mike plans on being here, and I plan on putting Tractor Mike in charge of these once again. So, like Kenny said, he's going to get a 30 pack for that night. You all might need a 30 pack if you're going to hang with Tractor Mike that night because he'll have control of these. It's going to be interesting. All right, on to the next piece. I promised you guys, if you're a license plate guy, you're not going to want to miss this. And I don't think you're going to want to miss this because it's cool. It's new. In the envelope. Leo at 20. Awful lot of zeros on there. That's right. A 30 pack won't last an hour with Mike. Brand new 1974 Kansas sample plate. In the original envelope, brand spanking new. Amazing condition. Ready to display. The Wheat Centennial, 1974. Beautiful piece. And I've got Leo at 20. Yeah, it's a great, like I said, comes with the original envelope from 1974. There it is. Not much to talk about because it's brand new. Alex at 35. Let's get this baby boogie in on the timer. There really isn't anything to talk about. It's not bent. It's not chipped. It's not scraped. It's not scratched. It's not flaking because it just came out of its home. Leo at 37. Michael at 24, but we're already at Leo at 37. Leo at 40. Leo at 40, you're getting the original envelope, the original plate. Leo at 40 is my high bidder. This is just as good as it gets. I mean, it's just, I don't know if there's too many letters on this one to actually be able to get a clear spot to see if we can see the reflection of the phone. Alex at 44. Too many letters. I need a bigger flat spot. But I've got Alex at 44 on the brand new all stock 1974 sample plate from the state of Kansas. Michael at 45. Leo at 47. So Leo's still on top at 47. Just past the 1 minute mark. Leo at 47. Michael at 50. Michael at 50. Leo at 51. There's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute 30 seconds has passed. There's a lot of bidders on this. Somebody may have to take a knockout punch, or there's going to be snipers all over on this one. Leo at 51. There's 3 or 4 of you guys have been all over this thing, and it's a great piece. Tony at 52. There's only a few seconds left. I've got Tony at 52. What's going to happen? Leo at 55. And that does it. Leo at 55. Tony came back at 56. Big job at 60. Leo barely snuck that one in. But we're going to tuck her back away, put her in Leo's pile. And that's going to be a great piece for his collection. All right, that was fun. I told you guys that was going to be fun. Let's slide a few more matchbooks in here. These are some more of the comic ones. I don't know if these are reruns or new ones. Oh no, these are Gas and Oil with a comic in here. Jerry's Auto Electric. This one was a comic one. Paul's dustier than usual this spring. Tony Biggs is born in 74, yeah. Trop Arctic, 66. Kendall. And Goodyear. All 4 matchbooks. The Kindle has something on the inside. The rest of these are just logos on the outside. Let's go ahead and get these things boogieing and see who's going to. Somebody's going to actually end up with some matchbooks because Mark hasn't been on tonight. So if you want to snag a few matchbooks for your collection, now is your chance. If I can actually hold these things up so you guys can see them. Leo at 10. Kendall, Phillips, Trop Arctic, Goodyear, and Jerry's Auto Electric. I know these are hard to. Every one of these wants to fold. See if I can get there. Maybe you guys can see them that way. May get a cramp in my hand, but hopefully you guys can at least see them. One minute has passed. Leo at 10. Leo may get a deal on these. Mark ain't going to be here to run him up on them, so. And there's the minute 30 mark. Minute 30's passed. Looks like Leo might walk away with these for a deal without Mark here to fight with him. Matt at 14, sneaking in there. And it was close. There's only a few seconds left. Matt came in at 14, and that did it. Matt snuck those in there with a $14 shot. All right. Put those off to the side, mark them to Matt. Another cool court. This one is composite, so it is a cardboard can. I've seen some similar to this, but I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Another one for our tractor fans, and it's a sharp can with great colors. I've seen some earlier ones from this brand, but I don't know that I've seen these quarts. Leo started us off at 10 for Tracto Super Duty lubricants. Check this thing out. Like I said, this is a composite, so it is cardboard. Okay, we got an ad. All right, we'll back off. We got an ad. You guys tell me when we're clear and we'll be ready to go. At least it didn't happen in the middle of an auction. Okay, looks like we're back. Back to the Tracto. 1 quart Tracto Super Duty lubricants. Tracto Super Duty lubricants are unconditionally guaranteed. Tracto Heavy Duty lubricants are guaranteed for use in all types of automobiles, tractors, trucks, and diesels. So like I said, this is a composite, so it is a cardboard can, but super cool colors and a really sharp can for Tracto Super Duty lubricants. So Leo was in at 10, kicking this one off, and the colors are amazing. There's no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and make this thing roll. But the blue and the red really pop against that yellow. Tweedledee at 20. This one is actually still full. I need to drain this one yet. But it was so cool. This is one I just got. I was like, I'm going to throw one of these in and see what you guys think. So I will drain it from the bottom. The top will stay intact. It says 5W20 on the top. And we've got Tweedledee at 20. I've got Dennis at 25 now on the Tracto quart. Leo at 22, and I had Dennis at 25. Tweedledee at 26. As we're approaching the 1 minute mark. And there's 1 minute. Tweedledee at 26. Nut Farm's got to jump off. Dennis at 32. Glad you were here, Nut Farm. I did not see any dates, but it does not have a barcode on it. So late 70s, maybe. Now, I'm sure the oil probably is still good. Dennis at 32 as we're coming up on the minute 30 mark. There's 1 minute, 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds is gone. I've got Dennis at 32 on the Tracto Super Duty. Leo at 35. Coming down to the wire, we've got a few seconds left, but this one's winding up pretty quick. I've got Leo at 35. And that does it. Leo at 35 on the Tracto. Dennis came back at 30 seconds. 36, just a couple seconds too late. We got one more cap to do yet tonight. We're going to slide it in right now. And this thing is super cool. I think you guys are going to dig it. Not beat up too bad. Still looks pretty good for its age on this super cool old International cap. Check this baby out. The 3 diamonds, the triple diamond is stamped in this cap. It's got a few dings and dents, but considering this is probably 40s era, it is not in too bad a shape. Chrome even still has a decent shine. You can look at the back. You can see where the triple diamond is all stamped into this cap. Tweedledee started us off at 25. Has a little bit of depth to it. Let me give you some dimensions on this thing. It is about 6.5 across. 73 Buick Man, 40 on the International cap. Has a little surface rust, things like that. Few dings, few dents, but still a sharp cap. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. 73 Buick Man at 40 on the International cap. And it is a good looking piece. There's no doubt about that. Leo is reloading. Yes, it was off of a bigger truck. It was off of some sort of a big truck wheel that's just basically covered the center because it's only 6.5 all the way across. So yes, it was off a bigger truck. 73 Buick Man at 40. Cool piece. As we come up on the 1 minute mark, there's the 1 minute mark. We have passed it. We are on the backside of this killer international piece. And everybody's being really quiet. I don't know if that's good news or bad news for 73 Buick Man. But I do know one thing. I do know that we're going to have the answer to that question in 30 seconds because there is the 1 minute, 30-second mark. 73 Buick Man at 40. Let's see what happens. We're coming down to the end. Maybe you scared everybody off. Maybe everybody's reloading. We're going to find out here very shortly. Leo says he sees red dots. We're coming down to the wire. Coming down to the end. Pete, 41. And that does it. Pete at 41. All it took was that one more dollar. I bet there's some more stuff hung up there. Let's see what happens. But Pete at 41 is who I had at the 2 minute mark. All right. Denny, it was 4 out of 42 hanging over here in Facebook that just popped up. All right. A couple more pieces to go yet tonight. One more killer Chevy piece. I know you guys are going to dig. One more license plate and another Ford badge. So let's get this Chevy badge done. This is a good looking piece. For a 1946 Chevy car, this is the big front hood badge, and this one looks cool. Check this baby out. The big V off the front of the hood of a 46 Chevy car. I'm sure these areas would have been painted. The bow tie would have been blue. These areas would have been red, probably behind the stars. Obviously, that's faded off over the years. This has a slight V to it, so it went on the front part of the hood. It was stud mounted with clips. It is not broken or chipped. It does have a few pits in the chrome, but overall it still has a pretty nice shine to it. Just a little bit of pitting and things like here. Great display piece, great man cave piece. Kenny starting us off at 20 on the 46 Chevy car front hood badge. It is pop metal. So let's go ahead and make this thing roll. We are live on the timer on the 1946 Chevy car hood badge. That's right. Put it on your hard hat right there on the front. Good idea. Kenny at 20. These clips are kind of sharp. Let me see if I can get them turned here. There we go. Hold the flat part of the clips. That works a lot better than trying to put my fingers on the corner. How about an Auburn badge? Getting a little dry out there, guys? Kenny at 20. That's all that's going on this thing? It's going to be interesting at the end, maybe. And there's the 1 minute mark. 1 minute has passed. Leo at 22. Everybody's quiet. But I do know one thing. I know that we just hit the minute 30 mark. Sam at 25 on Facebook. We just hit the minute 30 mark. We're in the last 30 seconds. I've got Sam at 25 on Facebook. Tony at 26. Michael at 28. We're down to the wire. Michael on Facebook at 28 with just a couple seconds left to go. And that does it. Michael Glagola at 28 on Facebook. Sam came back at 29. Pete at 29. So Michael at 28 on Facebook is who I had at the 2-minute mark. So that's all I can go with, guys. All right, couple more things. Couple more plates. We've done various ones of these. I've still got a handful left, but we're getting through the box on these Newell stock Nebraska plates. These are probably, I think these plates have some age to them because they are fairly heavy metal. Some of you guys that have gotten them can attest to it. They are new and in the package. What's cool about these is maybe you just don't want to pay taxes. Maybe you just want to be tax exempt. So maybe you can slap one of these on and go with it. I don't know. But this is a Newell stock pair of tax exempt Nebraska plates. These are actual stamped embossed metal. They're not printed. This is actually stamped into the metal. The numbers and letters are. There is a pair of them in here. They've never been opened. It is a match set, and you are going to get both plates. So Leo starting us off at 10. Let's get this thing rolling on the pair of 6192 tax exempt Newell stock Nebraska plates. Tony said he got some. Yeah, we've had various ones. There's some of them have been like bus and tax exempt. Tweedledee at 25. They're all weird ones. I mean, none of them were just a regular plate. They were all weird ones, and I don't have any idea what the story was, but they were cool because they were all. I think there were some dealer tags, these tax exempt. There were some bus plates. There was none of them regular plates. They were all weird ones. So this is a match set of Newell stock tax exempt. Yeah, Kenny put it on his car. Been using it for 2 months, no problem. There you go. Good idea, Kenny. Tweedledee at 25 on the pair. One minute has passed. We're on the back side of these. One more piece after this, and then we're going to move on to the magazine for tonight. Leo at 27 as we come up on the 1 minute 30 mark. And there it is. A minute 30 has passed. Leo at 27, 1 minute 30 seconds gone. We're coming down to the end on this one. Leo at 27, you are getting the pair. Newell stock still in the original wrapper. Leo at 27. Big Job, 35. Just about done. And that'll do it. Big Job snuck that one in at 35 right there in the last few seconds. Leo at 36, Tweedledee at 28. All kinds of bids coming in after the fact on those. But Big Job is who I had at the 200 mark. One more piece. This is a rerun, kind of an average piece, kind of cool, but not a super exciting deal. On this 1962 Mercury Monterey badge. This is actually off of the glove box. It is pop metal. It is flat. It did have screws in the back that went through the glove box door. Whoa. off of a 1962 Mercury Monterey parts car in the yard. We actually sold this whenever I did the video on this car several months ago. Was still laying in the box, so threw her back in. Does have some pitting, nice bright shiny chrome. But check out the detail on this thing. This is all cast in. All these little ridges, the Monterey, that is all actually cast into the metal. This is just for decorative looks on the glove box door. Kenny started us off at 10. It's about 15 by about 2. Alan at 12. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Yeah, I mean, that's pot metal, all that detail cast into it just for a decorative piece on the glove box door of the 1962 Mercury Monterey. Alan at 12. Last piece of the night before we get into the magazine. Let's see who's going to take this one home. Yeah, that's right. Who needs airbags when you got a big chunk of pot metal to come stick your head into? Alan at 12. As we come up on the 1 minute mark, Leo just reloaded. There's 1 minute. 1 minute has passed. Who's going to own this one in 1 minute? Coming up on that minute 30 right now. Alan at 12. As we hit the minute 30 mark, there's the 1 minute 30 second mark. Coming down to the wire, just about ready to wrap this one up. Alan at 12. Few seconds left. Tony at 25. Kenny at 22, but I got Tony at 25. And that does it. Tony at 25. Kenny came back at 36 at 2:02. Tony at 25 is who we had at the 2 minute mark. All right. Well, that'll catch us for tonight on the auctions. Thanks for playing, everybody. Had a lot of fun. Glad we're getting back into the groove. I've got some great stuff I've been stacking up for the Christmas auction in a couple weeks. We'll have another normal auction next week. And then we're going to be ready for that big one. Like I said, that the night of December 3rd, we will talk about Mecum, because should be me and Tractor Mike. We'll talk about Mecum. We'll see if Tractor Mike buys anything, which I don't think he's going to, because I think he bought another car this week when I talked to him. So he may be out for buying cars at Mecum. We're still going to go. We're still going to drink beer. We're still going to have fun. We're still going to hang out with some of you guys. But I think Tractor Mike may be out on buying a car if this other deal came together. But that's okay. So thanks for playing, everybody. We had a great time. Congratulations to all our winners. We'll do it again next week, and then we're ramping up for the big December 3rd Christmas auction, because if you guys weren't here before, everybody wanted to do it early enough so that they could have a chance to, get everything paid and get it shipped in case they wanted to buy a Christmas gift for someone. Yeah, we all know that someone is all of us on here, but it sounded like a great plan. So that's what we're working towards on December 3rd. But for now, we're going to keep rolling on tonight's episode and get into tonight's magazine. We're going to go back to October of 1967. This magazine is amazing. We need a bonus raffle. Tony wants a bonus raffle. Good idea, Tony. What do we got in here to give away? How about this? Whatever this is. And Johnny Z is out. Michael Glagola is out for tonight, but we're going to yank one more name out of here for a bonus drawing before we get into the magazine. Oh, Johnny Z again. He's already won. Let's try again. I'll double check that here in just a second, Kenny, if you want me to. Joe's Classics. All right, what do we got in this one for Joe's Classics? Ooh, toy big rig. Little Hot Wheel toy big rig for Joe's Classics. Drop that one right back in there. We're going to write Joe's Classics on here. We can add that to his next shipment. And both Joe's Classics and the Johnny Z that we pulled out right back into the can for the drawing. I just thought when I suggested the auction night for Christmas, you might have something for some friends. I got it right here, Kenny. I'll look real quick. Nope, I don't see you in there, Kenny. All right, on to the magazine. October of 1967. This magazine is so chock full of cool stuff that it's going to take probably, we're going to be on this for probably 3 weeks. So we got a ton of cool stuff. It was a really thick issue, 180 pages, 162 pages. So it's a big issue, and everything in this thing is cool. It's all coming up for the new 1968s. So there's a ton of great stuff in it. The cover price in October of 1967 was 50 cents on this issue of Hot Rod. Tech analysis of the 68s and full details on the race-styled 68 Corvette. So let's go ahead and get into this thing and keep moving so we don't get too late tonight. We'll give you a Hudson badge. We're going to dig into some of these articles, and then we'll get through part of it. Like I said, it's going to take several weeks to get through this one. But let's get started. Let's check out some stuff, starting off with what's new. New products. The biggest thing in the new products that I wanted to point out, because I've got several things listed here. Remember, this is October of 67. And right up here was the biggest product that I thought was of interest. For the new 67 Firebird and Camaro spring helpers. Obviously, a lot of those just had a single leaf rear spring, other than like the Z28s and things like that. But Hellwig Products Company Incorporated of Glendale, California has announced a new concept for the monoleaf rear spring of the Camaro and Firebird. Basically, it clamped, I don't know if you guys can see this, it clamped an extra leaf around the monoleaf is what it was doing. Now, the next section is going to be the 68 cars. They don't get into in-depth on any of it, but I'm going to show you all the pictures because the pictures are so great. 68, starting off with Chrysler. Actually, this is an intro page, and there's some interesting things here as well, and then getting into the Chrysler stuff. But here's the first page. We got ads. Ads, okay. Big Job is back. How we doing on ads, guys? Let me know. Okay, we're back. All right, here we go. Getting in the 1968s with a killer action shot of the new Charger for 68. And as we get into the Mopars, it does a quick breakdown on all the cars. Obviously, no way in the world we would have time to get into all of that. But we definitely want to share it with you. It does list all the engine choices, things like that. So, like I said, we could spend weeks just on this one article. But it does list the Chrysler engines available for 68, some more killer shots of the cars, a cutaway on an engine. Ford. GT Mustang. Like I said, we can spend hours on this. And on to General Motors. Some great shots here. Obviously, the Corvette. Cutlass, Skylark, Camaro, GTO. Yeah, Tweety, this whole magazine is just, like I said, we're just going to have to break it down. And it's not just the articles. The ads are killer, too. No, not a Delmont in that shot. Breaks down the Chevrolet engines, plus something that is really cool for our Oldsmobile fans. The Ram Air option broken down. Chevrolet engines and actually a breakdown on the Ram Air components for the 68 Cutlass. And, of course, something to think about back in 1968, we can't forget about American Motors. And they're new for 68 cars. Tony may have to go find a copy of this. It's a good one. It is. I'm not going to kid you. And one more article we're going to catch before we get into the ads, because the ads are just knock your socks off. You think these are good pictures? Wait till we get into the ads. Dragsters only, please. Talking about basically just getting out there and putting on big dragster shows to crank people through the doors. Pack these racetracks, bring in front engine dragsters, big, loud, making a lot of noise and having a good time. That's what they were trying to do with these shows. Dragsters only, please. All nickel and dime, milk every cent out of it. Ride on somebody else's money. Promoters, please take note. It's a brand new game and the men are playing now. Putting up big money to bring in big shows to bring people out, because that stuff is cool. I don't care who you are, that's just cool. So, like I said, this thing is chock full everywhere. So, what we're going to do is that's all we're going to cover for articles tonight, believe it or not, because we're going to get into ads. And the ads are going to take some time. But like I said, we could have spent on that new for 68 deal, we could have spent 2 hours on that. And we don't want to do that. We'd all be asleep at that point. But this is cool. So let's get into the ads. And like I told you, the ads are good. And I'm going to show you why right now. So we're going to start off right inside the cover. Whoa, where am I at? Oh, there we go. I just hadn't held it up. Return of the Great One. Pontiac announces its candidate for the 1966 or 1968 Car of the Year. How about that? How about that for an ad to start this magazine off? I told you the ads were good. That's how we're starting off. Right inside the front cover. A lot of comments popping up quick on this one. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to spend a few minutes on the ads in this one. Okay. We got the big one out of the way right there. Let's go ahead and start working our way through some of this stuff. Isky. Full page Isky ad. Check this thing out. I mean, it's like every time you turn the page in this magazine, it is more coolness when it comes to these ads. So I'm just forewarning you. Tony's definitely looking for it now. I don't blame you. It's a good one. Even a piston ring ad. Grant piston rings. Okay, typically some of the parts ads aren't that great. Just, piston rings, pistons, rods, cams. A lot of that stuff, their ads aren't extremely glorious or colorful. But yeah, Kenny's already saying great mag. Yeah, we're just getting started and it's already a great mag. Grant piston rings. Hayden Profit switches to Rambler. That's right. Champion Hayden Profit is driving the famous 1,200 horse Grant Rambler Rebel SST. So check that out. It's a piston ring ad. But check that thing out. That's how great it is. A lot of winners in this issue. The Racer's Edge STP. Obviously a huge deal back in the day. With a little race car sketch. Something else some of you guys might remember, not exactly a car, but I bet this may bring back a few memories for some of you guys. Factory Direct Lark Bird mini bikes. Check this one out. The next one, this is the closest thing yet to a perfect motor oil, says AJ Foyt, the Indy 500 winner. Enco from the Humble Oil and Refining Company. I mean, even the black and white oil ads had cool cars in them. Okay, Alan asked about the time payment on the mini bike ad. Right here, it said time payment down at the bottom. Time payment for about 30 cents a day, you can own your own mini bike or fun cart with Bird Engineering's pay as you ride plan. Just send $10 with a completed coupon. You must be 21 or have your parents sign. So you can enclose $10 and make a payment, or enclose 50% down and balance on COD. Tony just ordered one a copy. I guess before I do these, I should go buy like 5 of them and put them all on eBay before we start doing it. All right. Here's kind of a cool ad that is a little bit different. Union 76 Super Royal Triton. Check this out in purple. Another great full page ad from Honest Charlie's. We've seen some Honest Charlie stuff in the past. Great ad. It's all black and white, as most of this stuff is, but still a great ad. We'll take a few minutes with this one and check it out as well. Yeah, that's right, Tony. Eliza, they just keep coming. Check this out. Before you pick out a new one, make sure it can be Hurst equipped if it isn't already. And we're talking about picking out a new one. Corvette, Barracuda, Fairlane, 442, Chevrolet, Dodge, GTO, Plymouth, Camaro, Firebird. Before you pick out a new one, make sure it can be Hurst equipped if it isn't already. I mean, check that out. I mean, how cool is that? Yeah, like I said, they just keep getting better. And you guys are going to lose your mind when you see the one that comes right after the Dragster article we just looked at. Matt just read a book about the Indy 500 in 1970. Have not read that book. This next ad's great too. Definitely a throwback to the time period. Back in the day when, aftermarket wheels almost didn't exist. I mean, you either had custom hubcaps if it was a show car, or if you were out for performance, you took them off, painted your wheels black. This was the beginning of the aftermarket wheel phase, or fad. I guess you couldn't call it a fad. We still use them today. But from Keystone, the world's largest custom wheel manufacturer, an early Keystone ad. Check that thing out. And another ad, once again, Champion spark plugs. Not that exciting of an ad, or not that exciting of a product, just like the ring ad, or the piston ring ad. But you slap a few super stockers in there with the Ronnie and Sox GTX and some other cool stuff. You got yourself one heck of an ad. Once again, another oil ad, McMillan ring-free oil. Jerry Ice won the Sebring Trans-American race with ring-free motor oil. Now, this ad actually raised a few questions, and I'm not sure about it. I never had a chance to talk to Jim, but check this out. Trans-American race with ring-free motor oil from McMillan, okay? Now, what we see here, if we look close, look at this, we've got a basic Mustang coupe, okay? Now, who remembers the Mustang coupe that Jim bought? I can't remember, did he buy it at Kissimmee, or maybe he bought it at Spring Indy, or he bought it at Indy, I think. He bought it at Indy. The handful of Mustang coupes that were Shelby prepped for production car racing, because they had to be factory equipped with a back seat. So they took a handful of coupes and built race cars out of them. So they were essentially Shelby coupes, but they weren't a Shelby, but they only made a handful of them. Was this one of those cars? That's what I thought when I first saw this ad. Who knows? But obviously there was something special about that particular Mustang coupe. This next ad I thought was pretty cool. The company is actually called Metal Flake. Metal Flake won't make your car cycle go faster, but it'll get you places quicker. Get action with Metal Flake. George Barris says, I use Metal Flake exclusively. It is the original and only product line approved by me. You see, Metal Flake gives a tough, durable, protective finish that does not fade, chip, crack, or yellow. Don't accept substitutes. The original Barris approved Metal Flake products. Metal Flake Candy Apple Pearlescent. Check that out. And it says, get more action with Metal Flake, and you got a hot chick hanging on the side of the motorcycle. The next ad we're going to check out, this one is pretty basic. They actually put a lot of meat in this one. For Crowler cams, cam recommendations for 283 to 350 Chevy and Ford 221 to 289. Full page ad, but they actually went a completely different route with just information to try to get your cam. Bill this ready to go buy some Metal Flake now. So Crowler taking a completely different attitude towards their advertising and actually putting meat and potatoes in their full page ad to make sure you got the right cam. Thought this next ad was kind of cool. Sweepstakes. Just pick the AFL and NFL team you think will finish at the top of its league this year, and you may win one of the longest lineups of prizes ever offered. The first name drawn with a correct prediction wins all the prizes shown above. 2,590 more prizes to win, even if you don't pick the teams correctly. They're giving away 5 1968 Firebirds, 10 25-inch color TV sets, 25 watches, 50 AM/FM radios, 500 revenue instant loading cameras, and 2,000 thermoses. Yes, the Xerox Antifreeze Corporation, they had a heck of a football contest going on that year. Firebirds, TVs, cameras, watches, kind of crazy. And one more ad right after, a couple more things here right after the Dragster article we want to catch. This one was actually an insert for Proto Tools. Check this thing out. Actually, a cardboard insert that flipped over, kind of a heavy paper insert for Proto Tools. So there's probably another half to that somewhere. Kenny, I almost won 2,000 thermoses. Yep. And like I promised you guys at the beginning of the ads, you've seen why I'm trying to take a little bit of time with this magazine and not trying to cram too much of it in, because we're already at 2:45 tonight. And if we tried to do even more of this magazine, we would be well past 3 hours. And I don't like keeping you guys on that late because I know we all get tired. But the next ad, we're going to catch this last ad because it is just that good. Starts off with a little bit of information. In 1960, Plymouth introduces ram induction to passenger cars. In 1962, Plymouth introduces superstock automobiles and the first superstock transmission. 1964, Plymouth introduces the 426 Hemi. Finishes 1, 2, and 3 at the Daytona 500 and 1 and 2 at the Charlotte 600. In 1965, Plymouth wins the USAC Manufacturers Award, introduces the first altered wheelbase funny car. In 1966, Plymouth introduces the Street Hemi, takes Daytona, Darlington, Rockingham, Atlanta, Charlotte, wins top stock eliminator at the NHRA Winter Nationals, Spring Nationals, Summer Nationals, World Finals. Obviously got a pretty good run going here in the 60s for Plymouth. In 1967, Plymouth introduces the 383 cubic inch in the Barracuda, the 440 in the GTX, the first supercar clinics. Petty's Plymouth sets all-time Grand National win mark with 55 victories. Hemi-powered Miss Chrysler crew wins the World Championship regatta in the Detroit River. So, let's see here. A couple of comments. Number one, lots of companies took advantage of decreased import taxation on electronics and rumpus room and weekend activity items made in Japan or India for amazing contest. Yeah, the comic books had a lot of those advertisements. So, perfect, Kevin. Glad that's working. But in 1968, because we're in October of 67, so for 1968, Plymouth introduces the Roadrunner, a performance coupe for car buffs with a budget, GT type rear windows, a completely restyled Superstock GTX, 318 and 340 cubic inch Barracudas. All Plymouth racing cars are specially prepared within the rules established under the respective NHRA, USAC, NASCAR, and SCCA sanctioning bodies. The Plymouth win you over beat goes on. Meet with the Roadrunner. So a whole list of accolades. We're getting ready to break out the 1968 Plymouth Roadrunner. Oh, we got ads. All right, we'll hold up real quick till we get through the ads. Scott wants to do a few classifieds. We'll catch a couple. Okay, Pete's back. Dean's got an ad. Frame the Roadrunner beside the jacket. Okay, we're all back. So there's the Meep ad for the 1968 Roadrunner. As Plymouth lists all their accolades. And then you flip the page and boom, there it is. The Plymouth Roadrunner. 2-page, full color. Yeah, and I've had 0 ad warnings on my end tonight either, Big Job. Like we talked about before, down here in the corner of my monitor, I used to get a notification, but I have not seen any of those tonight on my end either. So, but I thought that was a great ad. Plymouth invented the dog. That's a good question, number one. That's kind of what it looks like. I hadn't thought of it that way, but that's a good point, number one. So I told you the ads were good. I told you the articles were good. That's why we only got a third of the way through it. Scott says give you a couple of classifieds. Let's take a look here real quick. There are a few classifieds in here. We'll catch a couple of them tonight, and we'll kind of work a few classifieds in as we wind up this magazine and rip through it here over the next couple of weeks. The first couple of classifieds in this issue: 1940 Ford Coupe, original, perfect body, new paint, electric fuel pump, Chevy 283, 12 bolt, hydraulic brakes and clutch, $1,350. The next ad, 1942 Continental convertible, Carson top, one of a kind, V12, top body chrome, immaculate, $1,450 for a Carson topped 42 Continental V12 convertible. Kenny said there apparently is a way around ad on live streams. Yeah, I'll look at it, but I don't know. There's no obvious way to do it, because when you go to the monetization screen when I'm setting up, it's just how do you want to do it. There's no way to skip it, and the button that I used to have to skip it has not showed up tonight. So, sell 1939 Ford Coupe, balanced Buick engine, 6 deuces, Mallory headers, Isky cam, aluminum pistons, 538 Chevy rear end, 36 LaSalle transmission, rolled and pleated interior, $2,200 invested. Best offer over $995. Looking for the best offer over $995 for a 39 Ford Coupe with a nail head topped off by 6 deuces, with an Isky cam, a 36 LaSalle trans, and a rolled and pleated interior. Best offer over $995. Kind of crazy to think about. So we've got a few more classifieds we'll work through. There's not a ton in here, but holy cow, there's some great ones. Wow. Yeah, you guys are, yeah, we're going to want to catch the rest of these classifieds for sure. But like I said, we're going to save some of it. There's just, like I said, if you guys hadn't noticed, everything in this magazine is cool. So, but great idea, Scott. I'm glad we slid a few of them in there. We'll get to the rest of them as we work our way through this magazine. But so far, it's been a heck of a start. And there's been a lot of comments from you guys that you've agreed as well that the October 1967 issue of Hot Rod is shaping up to be a heck of an issue. So, slide in another Auburn badge for you. And let's give you another Hudson badge as we get ready to wind this thing up. Hope you guys enjoyed the start to it. Obviously, a ton of great comments. And like I said, we're just getting started. But now you see why I spent so much time on the ads. You guys can see they were well worth some time to check those out. But anyway, what else is coming up this week? We will do Toy Tuesday live again Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock. What new videos are coming out? I got a ton of stuff. Obviously, I've got the video from when Derek was here at the yard with Vice Grip Garage. May try to throw that one up tomorrow night for you guys. I got the auction video up from the auction on last Friday night. I've got the video of the truck when I got back. I've got a video in the can from what came home from the auction. I've got a video on the stuff from the salvage yard that I picked up. Plus, like I said, the Jeep, and I've got 10 or 15 cars and trucks we haven't done videos on yet as well either. So we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Still got some Pitt State videos to get up. A lot of things happening on videos. So stay tuned. We're definitely going to have some cool stuff coming up this week. Just don't know exactly what, but I will try to get that Vice Grip Garage video up, for probably tomorrow night or if nothing else, Wednesday night. So, and I'm glad a lot of you guys caught that on there too and enjoyed it. But anyway, that pretty much catches us for tonight. I hope everybody has a good week. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Just don't eat too much. hopefully I can get some more work done. Hopefully this weather holds out. It's been kind of cold and rainy and damp here all day. So hopefully it dries up so I can get some stuff done. We'll tell McCarr to drive it back. We're talking about it, Tweedledee. He picked a couple of them out just immediately, first thing that night. So it just depends on what his schedule is. He is pretty backed up for the next couple months, but we're talking about hopefully something after the first of the year, maybe in the spring. Hopefully Derek can get back out here and spend some quality time here and maybe pick something out, get that thing rolling, and get it headed back to his place from here. So it'd be a lot of fun. Obviously, he said he'd probably be out here for a week, which would be great. We'd have a lot of fun doing that. He's a good dude, and I know we'd have a lot of fun working together. So hopefully that all works out. But yep, that has been discussed, and so that hopefully it'll work out. It'd be a lot of fun. But like I said, great guy. Can't thank him enough for throwing me up on his channel. It definitely has helped me out this week. Thanks to our new viewers tonight that stopped by, came over from Vice Grip Garage. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Hope you come back. We have a lot of fun on here, and I hope you guys enjoy that and decide to become part of the Nobody's family. And like I said, lots of things coming up. Mecum, Kansas City, week and a half is when we are leaving. If you're going to be there, like I said, get a hold of me. Let me know. Tractor Mike and I will be there. Dad's going to be there. We've got a good group of guys going. I already talked to some of you guys who are planning on being there. So that's going to be awesome. Whoever makes it to Mecum, Kansas City, we're going to hang out. We'll have some fun. With that, I think we'll call her a night. I'm glad it worked. All the way to the end. Everything cooperated tonight. Going to call that a win. So, and hopefully everybody has a good week. And hopefully everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the week, everybody. We will see you live Tuesday evening at 7 for some Toy Tuesday. And we'll get the rest of those videos up this week. Anybody got any questions about their auction purchases, just give me a call. Anybody got questions about parts, just give me a shout. Number is in the description part of these videos. And with that, I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see some of you Tuesday night. And we definitely hope to see all of you right back here, same bat time, same bat channel, for some more Sunday night live chat next Sunday night. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great week.